Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Havoc, how's it going? We were not supposed to be back till Tuesday, but I find myself standing around with nothing to do this morning. So, Echo. Really? That's weird. I don't have any audio outputting anything for it to echo from. Oh, that was you? I was like, I have no idea what's going on. Zybertech, how's it going, man? You're where I was last week? Man, I'm sorry. It was a bad week last week. Cobra S1 break yesterday. Ouch. What happened? What is going on with this? Properties? I think it's pulling chat from the other video that I have scheduled to go tomorrow. No, we'll just turn it off for now. Yeah, it popped up first. Yeah, so I scheduled that one, and then I was standing around doing stuff. Originally supposed to leave this morning to go somewhere, but now we're not leaving for a couple hours. Like, oh well. See what everybody else is up to. Filament tension bolt shot out of the extruder mid-print. I lost half the print. Filament tension bolt. You mean like on the side of like your extruder, the screw that screws in to tighten your tension on the filament? Well, at least it's a fairly straightforward fix. Mike, how's it going? You found a 352.4 for $400. Yeah, that's one of those ones where you see that deal and you're like, man, at this point I kind of got to. It's right by you. Well, you got rid of a printer yesterday, so now you got to replace it, right? Yeah, worth it in parts alone. You could probably part it out for more than that. Not much more than that, but you could part it out for more than that. 2.4 350 is nice. That's what I've got over there. That's what we just finished getting back together. So, see if this thing's going to follow me. It's not. So, we've got the switch wire here heating up. The Y end stop I replaced the wire through the cable chain, put the different part on there to move the cable chain so it's not quite as tight of a radius bend. And we'll see how that goes. I was surprised because the wire that was on it was actually a really good quality wire. Trident's up and running. It's still a little finicky. I think that H36 board has an issue with this momentarily dropping, whatchamacallit, but also I've not had any issues since I switched the roll of filament. And I upgraded software stuff. We'll get to that once that software gets publicly released. And I can talk about it. 2.4 is up and printing. This roll of filament is an absolute nightmare now that 2/3 of the way through this spool. Looks like it's finally starting to work, but I lost 2/3 of that roll of filament because the extrusion diameter was inconsistent. It was dropping down to 1.45, 1.48, somewhere in there was the thinnest I saw. And then the V0 and the Micron and CR10 are all right, but they should be printing something, but they're not. Evan, updates on the Night Owl. So, the Night Owl is built. Night Owl is right here. Yeah. Hello. Night Owl's right here. I just need to switch out this back plate, build the buffer, and then flash it and get it running on the Micron. The thing that's kind of held this up was I had a whole bunch of printers break, and I could not afford to take the Micron down to do that. While it did, to do that, and then not the only printer I have that would have been able to print ABS would have been the V0. So now we got everything back up and running. I gotta get caught up on some sponsor obligations, and then we will get on to that. Martin, how's it going? Oops, sorry, Mike. Hello, Mike's wife. Working on your Merc, and the EBB36 won't communicate. The same with Pandora's box. I'm waiting on a new toolhead board for the K1. What do you mean they won't communicate? What are you hooking them up to? So I've been printing blaster parts. As you saw, tomorrow's build is going to be putting together a goblin. That shoots, well, let me show you. Let me go grab some. The Goblin has these things called silly shells. You can see they're all different kinds of things. So the deal with these is, like this one can take 6 half darts. And shove 6 of them in there. This will take Mega XL dart. And then this one will take 4 half darts and a mega, or 2 regular darts and a mega. And then they just single load in there. We're going to be building that tomorrow. Hold on one second, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. All right. I didn't forget about you, Martin. I had to get dogs going apeshit crazy in there. I think it wants to go out. So I had to get my daughter up and get her going to take this dog out. I would take him out, but he likes to wander around. He's not like the old man who just goes out, does his stuff, and comes back. What did I miss? Mac and cheese. How's it going, sir? Both running through. Make sure that they're set up in CAN bus bridge mode. PTFE2 blocks everything in place. Where's it clogged at on the Jabberwocky? I'm grabbing mine so I can try to follow along with you here. So there's the Jabberwocky. And then I'm assuming that it's clogged down here. And you can't get the PTFE tube back out. I could see how that would be a pain. I can see how it'd be a pain even if it wasn't clogged. Hello, doggos. Did he go out?
So we're maybe around 11.
Okay.
So it's 9:30 right now. Should I wake up mommy now or wake her up at 10?
No, wake her up at 10.
Wake me up at 10 too.
All right.
Also, what are you doing? How's everyone doing today? Oh my. I just almost soaking out.
Hey, Brad.
The dog's trying to loud in my room, so.
Okay.
They might be running in now.
All right. Yeah, I'll mention that. The best way I can see to do it would be to take an X-Acto blade right in there and slice across, slicing that PTFE tube and the filament that's stuck in there, so you can pull this out. Unless let's see if I can get this apart. Yeah, morning here. She's something else sometimes. Let me see. Yeah, so if you don't have the two screws that go across the top, you can kind of drop that hot end down straight out the bottom. The newest revision doesn't use these holes up top. It just uses the screws in through these fins. There's a little thread in them. And then that enables that to come out and that PTFE tube just to stay in there. Version 80, yeah, you should be fine then, because V80 doesn't have screws that go across. So just take these two out the bottom, and then you can drop your entire hot end down out of down out. Morning, Mike. Printing some calibration stuff. Mike, did you get your box turtle up and running? Saw you had posted for some help over on the box turtle GitHub. Not box turtle GitHub, box turtle Discord. Nice. Awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it. I know you've been beating your head up against the wall on that for a while. Long while. Brad, if you get that going, let me know. I have a BD sensor mount in the mail somewhere. Last time it got scanned was on the 24th in Indiana. It skipped over Ohio, showed up in Indiana, got scanned on the 24th in Indianapolis, and hasn't been seen or heard from since. All right, so let me put this Jabberwocky back. Did anybody see my community post yesterday? Should have been a picture of Ender 3 V2. Bradley, $400. Mike, I'm really jealous. This last 2 weeks or so has made me really, really wish I had a Bamboo X1 or P1S or H2D. Fucking anything. So we're going to be building a NG, Ender 3 NG. That's going to be fun and something different than building a Voron. I love my Voron printers, but I'm really excited to do something different. Until it breaks. Havoc disagrees. The reason why I would want to do bamboo is that if I need with the Vorons and stuff, I have to stock a lot of replacement parts. With the bamboos, I don't have to stock replacement parts, because if fucking shit hits the fan and I really need it to work and I really need a part, I can just drive right over to Micro Center, pick one up off the shelf, drive home and put it on. They stock all the replacement parts for me, and I can just get what I need when I need it. That's not the case with stuff like the Cobras or anything really. Yeah, no. It absolutely breaks. Anything's going to break. I'm not saying that they won't break. I'm saying that when they do, I can get parts faster, easier, and not have to have money tied up in replacement parts that I may or may not ever need. Certified bamboo hitter. I don't care one way or the other about any of it. I've had bad experiences with printers. I know that plenty of people have had horrible experiences with are my levels peaking out? It looks like they're peaking out a little bit. Let me bring this down just a little. Maybe I won't peak out so bad. They're 7 to 20 days from when Anycubic reads the email. The carbon, you just pick up a new one. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. If Anycubic wants to send me one over, I will gladly take it. If Elegoo wants to send me one over, I will gladly take it. I reached out to Elegoo. I never heard a damn thing back. I reached out to Bamboo, never heard a damn thing back. I guess it would be worth reaching out to Anycubic too. But if I was going to take the money out of my own pocket to buy an off-the-shelf printer, it would be a Bamboo. I tell you, I also really need a printer that prints PLA. Do you know how Captain, morning, sir. How you been? Long time no see. You know how excruciatingly how infuriating it is to have 5 Voron printers and the most reliable printer you own is a Creality CR10 V2. They do have some Creality parts. They just don't have everything. My Micro Center has everything. Every single replacement part offered by Bamboo, they have. It's not that it has to be a Bamboo LibreTech. It's just that that's the one that I can readily get replacement parts for. That's the one that has the longest track record out of all these new Core XY multicolor systems. They're the ones that I have used at work. I've seen that they work, and seen that they work in an industrial environment. So I trust them to work here. It's, I don't know. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. I'm not dissing on any of them. I don't have experience with any of them to be able to diss on them. Now, if I get one and it's absolute fucking shite, I'll let you know. If it's the greatest thing I've ever seen on earth, I'd let you know. Until I know one way or the other, I don't have an opinion one way or the other on it. That's fair. I'm not faulting you for not wanting to buy one. I'm not that's your money. You do with it as you want and as you don't want. I'm not here to tell you what to do or not to do. Bamboo has done some stuff that's pretty fucking shady. I mean, I've done some shit in my life that is pretty fucking shady too. I used to always tell people, you know, we've all done something in our lives that if the wrong person found out about it or had known about it, we'd be spending the rest of our lives in jail. We always have that one moment of stupid. And if you haven't, good on you, man. Yeah, so I was fortunate that when I got in the building Vorons, I didn't have, mine was pretty smooth sailing. But if I had gotten the Voron and I had my first experience was the week that I just had, I would swear them off for the rest of my life too. But also, on a more positive, fun note, we'll put a little bit of light on the subject over here. Might even put a little bit of daylight on the subject. This was built off stream. Another blaster, if you will. Let's go over here, since we're not going to have Chances nope. Still gonna pull the wrong chat. Polymaker's also not sponsoring this one. Get rid of this. So here we go. This, I've got to say, is my favorite colorway so far. This is Protopasta's Blood of My Enemies. Silk, black red dual extrusion, black, a little bit of white on the accents. Yeah, man, this is absolutely freaking sweet. This is 20 rounds, 2 in each one, fires one of them out at a time, so you load it up and you got 20 shots. This is the third one of this I built. This one's for the older girl. She wanted it done in some Harley Quinn theme, black and red. I don't think I've showed these ones off either. Built these ones. So these hold 10 shots. And then this one for my daughter. Unfortunately, 1 rubber band's not enough. 2 rubber bands works, but between the rubber bands and the springs in there, she has a hard time pulling the trigger on this, and the rifles for that matter. The little pistols, she does pretty good. The 3-shot pistol. Then we've got, I'm printing out parts for another blaster. This one's called the Crush. And it's going to be this purple and yellow. This is the Polymaker Panchroma Starlight Nebula with Ambrosia Bananarama. Steven! Yeah, so I ended the stream on, what was it? Thursday? Thursday we ended the stream. I spent all day Thursday, all day Friday, working on printers, getting them back up and running, and then sometime yesterday, and we've got them going. Yeah, found your duck on the toolbox. Yep. We've got, oh no, it's Mike's duck over there. I've got to get some gray for another blaster, doing the RoboCop pistol. Gotta get some gray or silver, something to do that in. I told you I'd put it on the toolbox, Mike. So Mike is once sponsoring the Ender 3 and the kit for the NG build. Ah, shit, man, that's all right. Also, hooked me up. CPU temps on this printer, the streaming printer, have been less than amazing, and hooked a man up with some Noctua 120 fans. And fancy Noctua fans at that, man. They are chef's kiss, man. The Galaxy Dark Gray does look. Yeah, that might work. That might work. I might have another spool of that too. I do. Excellent thinking, Steven. Right before the tariffs hit, I kind of ordered a spool of everything that I had printers built in. That way I had it. Are they 24 volt? I don't know. 12 volt. 12 volt fans. 4-pin PWM. SSO bearings, 1700 RPM, 120 cubic millimeters an hour, 25.1 decibels, 2.83 static pressure, 1.08 watts at 0.09 amps. So, sweet fans. Hook me up with 2. We're gonna put 1 in there, and then we might. Don't know if it's 120. I guess I could just get it out. Where's that? We have a few of those. Nice. So, and then the other one. So this is Z World's crappiest fan for the water cooling on for the stepper motors and stuff. Oh, by the way, I did order. So at some point we have everything now to do it. I did order the M3 screws I needed to attach these water blocks to the steppers. So at some point we'll be water cooling the stepper motors in the Trident. Yep, these are 120 millimeter fans, so perfect. And this is 12 volt output, so awesome.
Have to be out the door by 11.
All right, All right. I will be. Kegel, how's it going? And then we also have the breacher shotgun that we're going to be printing. I got to come up with some sort of colorway for that. And we're going to be building the Mammoth Greg. For those that don't know, that's the Nerf blaster. It's taller than me. Shoots a dart that's like 1.25 inches in diameter at like 250 FPS. Somebody did a White Claw penetration test with it. You can shoot through a White Claw can with a Nerf blaster. So that'll be fun. Never bought a White Claw, but we might have to do a root beer penetration test. I don't know. Yeah, it's fucking huge. Takes 6 kilograms of filament to print it. So once you have the kit, you're not even halfway there. Plus the darts on that thing are $1 a piece. Absolutely insane. So yeah, we got lots of fun things coming. Oh, and also going to be printing. I got stuff to build a 70-round drum mag. I think we're going to build a smaller drum mag though, just for usability of it. Maybe 34 or 45 round. Yeah, at least you can reduce them. Sure. I did, however, find a deal on them and ended up getting a whole bunch of them for $4 a box. It's a 60% discount. You're working on the telescope? Yeah, I really want to see that one that's done, man. The one that they had at Murph was really cool. It's got like a computer thing on it, and it'll like just line itself up. You tell it what you want to look at, and it lines itself up with it. Take some of the guesswork out of it, because I can't ever find shit. Now, granted, I have crappy, like, you know, toy telescope. Yeah. Maybe I'll build one of those one of these times. We'll see. We'll see if the little one gets into any sort of astronomy stuff. I gave serious consideration to be an astrophysicist when I was in high school and doing physics and all that stuff. Would have been cool to be work for JPL or something like that. Or now you've got all these other ones. You've got SpaceX, you got Blue Origin, the one that was 3D printing rockets I haven't heard anything about in like 2 years. Yeah. Maybe I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in health-wise if I hadn't destroyed my body doing all the other dumb shit. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. We'll move on to some fun stuff now that don't have to beat our head up against the wall on printers. I don't think we're going to be doing any modifications to the ones that are currently running for a little while. We got that switch wire build. We got the Ender 3 NG build. We got some Nerf Blaster builds. Got some other random stuffs and things. We got the multi-board project. We got Girari's drawer project. Granted, both of those will just be like a single stream thing. But yeah, I'll try to do those on a Saturday or something when there's more people around to be able to watch than on a weekday morning. But hope you all had a good Labor Day weekend. Maybe had some hot dogs and some hamburgers. I managed to not have either. We're going to take some hamburger patties out of the freezer here before we go. Anyway, y'all take care. I'm going to get ready and go to something that has free bouncy houses for the little one. You just got 10 rolls to print your Girari drawers. Ugh. Man, I hope you get them up and going pretty soon. Hope they get back to you. If not, I'm assuming you can just get a M3 spring and a screw and make your own, couldn't you? I don't know how it works on those, but I know you can do that with the regular extruders that we use on Vorons. Oh, yeah, I want to go to the Renaissance Festival so bad. My older daughter wants to go too, so it'd be a her and I day kind of thing. But we'll see what happens. It's not going to be today, but the plastic retainer broke. Oh, yeah, I'm not familiar with how they work. All right, y'all take care. You're there a lot. All right, will do, man. Have a good one. Later, y'all.